Hi there, Dave here with a video about maintaining content. So this is how we're going to maintain any content. The example I'll use is the one I mentioned in the previous video about making let's go to the website first in a new tab, and let's see the change that we want to make. So we'll go ahead and make a couple of changes. One change is the contents of this panel, this picture, does not say the same thing. It does not say that it's under construction. So let's have them both say that they're under construction. And then down here in the social media part, let's add a link to Twitter. All right. So the easiest way to do this is actually from the website, because it will automatically take us to the correct page. And by page, I mean the correct page in terms of this. When I look at all of the pages here, one of the pages is the main page, and if I look at them all, I should be able to find out which is the main page, because it'll say that it's the main page. Let's see. Is it one of those? Yep, look. See where it says front page? That's the front page. Now I can either get to that front page and I can do a live edit on it after I get to it from here, or I could do the live edit on the exact page that I want right from here by just clicking Live Editor. So using the website and using the live editor on the website guarantees me that I'm going to the right page, and I don't have to do all this find the right page inside of the administrative site. I can just depend upon my knowing where I am inside of the real website. So let's use the live editor here. And when we click on the live editor on the website, it shows us on the left-hand side what is controlling what we see on the right-hand side. So up at the very top, this right here that we're looking at right here is the site hero. If we move down a little bit, look, if we go down to the social media buttons, it brings us this. This is the social media button. So over on the right hand side, if we highlight where we are, it will show us the tool, the plugin, the tool within the plugin, or the tool itself, that is controlling what we see over on the right hand side. In order to get to the content, we have to go through how it's seen. Now, the overall controlling theme is called Shapely. A theme in WordPress is the overall perspective of what the user sees. That's a tool, that's a theme called Shapely. Within Shapely, we're seeing all of the plugins that Shapely has available to us in its interface form over here on the left. So, what we want to change, we said we wanted to add Twitter down to the bottom. Let's go ahead and do that first. How do we do that? Well, here we are. We know it's this one here. So we click on this guy to get inside of whatever tools are controlling how it looks. And pretty soon it's going to show us what that is. And so there it is. Sometimes it takes a little while for it to come up. So what it shows us is that we currently have Facebook, email, and WhatsApp. And if we want to get rid of them, all we have to do is click the X here. So the tool that we brought up that controls the social media is this. Now, if we wanted to add one, which we do, then we go ahead and we select Add. And it says Social Network. No, I said Twitter. Well, all you have to do is select the social network, and it provides us with this tool. We could either put a specific URL that we want. Clever. Or we could go ahead and select Twitter. So let's go ahead and select Twitter. And should be someplace here. Twitch, Twello, WordPress, I don't know, Yelp. Let's make it Yelp instead. Okay, there's Yelp. Now we have Yelp. And so we're happy with this. So we have to tell this tool that we're done. Don't forget to say done. You have to say done sometimes several times because we've just said done to the tool that we used. And now we can see down here that it's now got this this guy here, which is exactly what we wanted. Well, it's Yelp. And so, does that mean that it's going to show up on the website yet? No. It just means that you can see it over in the live editor. It doesn't mean that it's really live yet. How do I know? Well, if I go back over to here and I go ahead and say visit site over in another tab, it shows me down at the bottom that I only have these three. So it has not finished the update. It's only updated the tool so that you can see it over here. So let's go make a change to another tool, the one up at the top here. So we wanted to say that. We wanted to say sorry site. So how do we do that? Well, it's up here. We can see by holding the mouse over this area that it's this site hero thing. So let's go ahead and select the site hero thing, which I did, and it takes a little while for it to come up too, and I want to be... There it is. It's another widget. So look, it's got two frames. Those must be the two pictures. So the site widget is made up of a frame widget and another frame widget, and inside of those guys is the text that I'm looking for. So the text I'm looking for should be in the top frame, and sure enough, there it is. Now, that looks weird. It's HTML. Well, that's just because that's the default. That's the text. If you want to look at what it looks like visually and work with that, you can do that too by clicking that tab. And that's what we saw. That's the text that we saw. We saw the visual part. And you can leave it on the visual part, and we can go ahead and select this and copy it. And we can put it on the next panel. All right, we're done with this panel. So we're done with this panel. So we have to click done. And now we can go back to the other panel. Oops. And let's go back to the site widget. Oops. I think I was a bit premature. Okay, so what I wanted was not this frame, but I wanted the second frame. So I'm done with this frame. So I wanted this frame. Now, in order to get that to close, all I did was click the frame again. So I'll click frame up, frame down, frame up, frame down. There's the one we want to be the same. I already copied the text. Let's put it on a new line. So I hit the enter. Bam, there it is. Well, that's not the right place. I wanted it to be in the center. That's not a problem because this tool has access to all kinds of other tools. We could add a media. We could add a gallery. Remember that gallery that we saw in the previous video, in the first video? That's that plugin tool. This is the integration. This is access to that tool at the appropriate time, just like there's access to the YouTube plugin that we see over on the left in the administrative side. So let's make it in the center. There's some HTML editing tools. So if I click on this guy, it will make it centered. There's the centering tool. Now I have it where I want it, except I have this extra space up here. So let's get rid of that extra space. There it is. Now I think this guy looks good. So we're done. And now when we look at the live editing site, we see here's this page. And now we wait for it to cycle through to get to that second page, and there it is. Now they're both the same, and we have Yelp down here added correctly. So that's how we change content anywhere. We have to go through Shapely. And now what we have to say is we have to say that we're done with this tool. We're done with the live editing tool, which brings us back over to the pages, to the correct page, the home page inside of the Pages tab. And look, it says update. We have got to do this update, otherwise all of your work will be wasted. So let's again prove this. Let's go back to the Casa Del Piloto site. Right, this is the one we showed it didn't have any. Now I'm going to do a refresh on this site. I'm going to hit Control. How do we do it so you can see it? I don't know. It's Control F5 is what I'm going to hit. Now it's reloading the site, and sure enough, shows it. There's that picture, and now when we go to the next picture, it doesn't have it. And that's all because we have not hit this. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit the update. Now it's actually updating the website. So remember, you have to get back to this where it says pages over here at your, you got to eventually hit that update guy, or all of your work is going to go away. And so as soon as this is done, I think we're going to be done with this video. So la-di-da. Let's go back over to here and let's do it again. Oops, not quite done, I can tell. Not quite, not quite. So, I'll be back. Okay, the update just finished. Notice it still says update here. You could hit this 100 times. It's still going to say update. But it did say page updated, view page. So we could click this guy and open him in a new tab and see that the update has been done. There's the Casa del Piloto, and if we go to the next page, it's the same, but just to go back, we want to go back to our old trusty guy. This is the guy we really want to see work. So I'm going to hit my Control F5 again. It's going to reload it one more time. And it's going to show us welcome, and it's going to show us now on the next page, it's going to show us that it was updated properly, and there's Yelp at the bottom, and all is good in the hood. See ya.